Welcome to the final episode of the best fantasy football show in the land, what has carried Garrett Chan to the almost playoffs, the show known to our fans as Fantasyland. Now, Matt, how are you feeling?
Oh, I'm feeling fantastic. You know why, Ryan?
Why?
Because it's that time of the year again.
Christmas time!
No, dummy! Fantasy playoff time! This is a crucial couple weeks that will decide if you are a winner or a loser. And if you don't want to be a loser, I suggest you keep watching our show.
So, Matt, I think it's time to tell the people who they need to have in order to make their championship run a successful one.
Oh, I got a great start for you on this list. It's Bijan Robinson. We talked about this guy and his the expectations for him all year. You can get him decently low right now. He just put up 10.9 points versus the Jets. He's the RB13. I would try to trade Monty and a receiver for him. I tried to trade Rashad White and a receiver for him. Two guys that have been pretty good, but you got to get Bijan before it's too late. He's got Carolina next week. You go into the fantasy playoffs. You got Indianapolis, and then you got Chicago. Three great matchups for Bijan Robinson. I'd go out and try to pick him up while his value is still kind of low. What about you?
Yeah, I just got him. For me, I'd say I got DK Metcalf. He scored 39.4 against the Dallas Cowboys, and he has San Fran, Philly, Titans, and Pittsburgh, which will be an easy playoff schedule. And the Seahawks are trying to compete for that playoff spot, so they should be, at least in those games, trying to compete. Who you got next?
Kyren Williams. Everyone that has been watching knows I'm a mega Kyren Williams fan, and it was kind of upsetting, him losing 4 weeks, and then he got the bye, so he missed 5 weeks of action in the NFL, but he has not missed a beat since he's come back. 38 points and 20 points in his first 2 games back. That's good enough for the RB1 and the RB9. He's the RB12 on the year right now, and he's missed 4 weeks. That's incredible numbers from Kyren Williams. I've been saying this since the beginning, like I said, and you know who he plays in the chip? You know who he plays in the chip, Ryan?
No.
He plays the New York Giants. That is a guaranteed bag if you go and get Kyren Williams in the fantasy championship. Bad. Automatic.
Yeah, absolutely. He's looking good. I got up next Najee Harris. He scored 10 last week and the week before, so he's relatively cheap. He scored 15 points actually the week before that. He outscored Jalen Warren the past 2 weeks. He has New England, who are doing nothing, the Colts, Cincinnati, and the Seahawks going forward, which are almost all favorable matchups other than New England, of course. So look for him to absolutely ball out and look really good. I think the rest of the year, they're just going to trust him, just trust what he can do, and, give him the ball. Right, and I agree with that as well, but I'm going to go with a receiver of my own here, Christian Watson, just coming off 2 monstrous performances. He's got a tough team in Carolina coming up. They got a decent secondary, but I think he will be utilized, especially with the fact that Green Bay, they need to win these games out, basically, if they want a shot at the playoffs. I know they are searching for that wild card spot right now. They really want to compete this year. I think they can. They got the young stud in Jordan Love. They got Christian Watson, and to do so, they're in must-win territory. I expect the hot hand to continue for Christian Watson. You get Minnesota Vikings in the championship. I think it's a decent matchup for him. I think he'll do well the rest of the year. I would take anyone from the Packers, to be honest, moving forward. Yeah, they're, like you said, he's looking really good. He's trying to compete. He should be slated for a good rest of the year. Up next, actually a couple receivers I want to talk about, which are both from the Dallas Cowboys. I got CeeDee Lamb, which if you don't know what he's been doing, how about you go watch some football? And Brandon Cooks, who honestly, I was out on. I traded him. I feel like an absolute fool right now, but I went out and traded him, and he has gotten more than 15 points in the last 2 weeks, and they have Philly, Buffalo, Miami, and Detroit, which should all be key matchups for the playoffs. All playoff teams, possibly not Buffalo, but we'll see if they shake it out or not. But honestly, all high-scoring games, which means receiver-heavy, touchdown-heavy. Right. Let's see them get some touchdowns.
So when you say CeeDee Lamb, you mean like this guy right here?
Yeah, my favorite receiver.
CeeDee Lamb?
Yeah.
CeeDee Lamb, how many points are you putting up this week? I think he said 40? Is that in one game? 40 in one game. All right, CeeDee Lamb, you heard it here first, folks. CeeDee Lamb's going off in the fantasy playoffs. But I'm going to go one more for you. I'm going to go with a quarterback, and it's Brock Purdy, the MVP frontrunner, Mr. Irrelevant, and now he's, the most relevant quarterback in the league, it seems like. Star-studded offense that he's got. Basically anyone that he throws to, it's turning into gold. Christian McCaffrey's there. You got Deebo Samuel there. Brandon Ayuk's there. George Kittle there. There's really not a bad option for Brock Purdy. I think that's why he does so well. with this team. He's been the quarterback 2 twice in the last 3 weeks here. He's been going off. He went off last week, and they have the Washington Commanders in the championship. Like I said for Kyron, this is a bag. Anyone from the NFC East that's at the kind of bottom half, even the Eagles, anyone that you can get, that's a bag. And for Brock Purdy, that quarterback matchup against Washington is great. He's one of the highest quarterbacks that I'd want going into the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very happy that I have him. So up next, last one for me is going to be DeAndre Swift. He struggled recently the last 2 matchups, which means that his value is lower right now. He's going to be going up against tough Dallas defense next week, but then he has Seattle, the Giants, and Arizona going forward, which are all teams that he should absolutely run over. He should be a buy low coming off, last week was 4 points. Next week, I'm expecting less than 10 against that tough Dallas defense, but honestly, he might get more than that just with a touchdown or 2, just because he's going against the Cowboys. It's Cowboys-Eagles. It's going to be a good game. I'm looking forward to it myself. So, I don't care about who wins between those 2, but I'm still looking forward to watching that game for sure.
Absolutely. But now that we have, figured out who we should, now that we figured out who should go get, we have to now talk about who we should trade away due to some tough matchups coming ahead.
So, sort of like the must-have nots.
Exactly.
Nice. All right. Yeah, you can start first.
As a Giants fan, this one pains me to say, but it's Saquon Barkley. I have not liked Saquon at all for fantasy purposes, especially this year. As great as he was during that Washington game, I think the Giants are going to struggle. Tommy D, he's 2-3, but it was against not so good teams. I don't think he is that guy. I don't think he can really be trusted. I get that Saquon is the heart and soul of this offense, but I would rather about 10 other running backs for the playoffs. They got the Philadelphia Eagles in Week 16, the Rams in Week 17. I don't see Saquon cracking like 7 points in those games. I really don't see it happening. I'd rather a guy like Kyron Williams, a Bijan Robinson. I'd rather Josh Jacobs. I'd probably rather Ramondre Stevenson. Well, he's hurt. Maybe not. I'd probably rather Kenneth Walker. There's so many guys I'd rather over Saquon Barkley in the playoffs.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from, but at the same time, it's Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley, it doesn't matter about his matchups. Obviously, they're not competing for much of anything at all, but it's Saquon Barkley. If they're passing the ball, they're half the time passing the ball to him. If they're running the ball, they're running with him. So, honestly, he's going to be pounding the rock all the time. So, for my guy, I've got Adam Thielen, and name value should be able to get you something that, has some kind of worth. But he has become not the focus of the team, whereas most of the year he's been that focus of the team. So Chuba Hubbard kind of has taken over. He's put up 20-something points last week, 20 points the week before. He's completely taken over this team the past 2 games, where Thielen scored 1.2 and 5.5. That's a combined total in 2 weeks of 6.7. So in fantasy playoffs, you shouldn't take a chance on a guy who has a floor of 1.2 points. It's just not a good idea. So he has a high ceiling, but terrible floor. So who do you have next?
Oh, here we go. I'm gonna spell it out for you guys right here. It's Jalen Waddle. I gotta get rid of this guy. Oh my goodness. He hasn't been good at all. He kind of has some value in him at a decent couple weeks, but he's not what he was drafted to be. I don't think people really expected the Dolphins to be as explosive as they have been, especially with the running backs. Devon Achane has been great. Raheem Mostert's been great, and Tyreek Hill is on the he's about to on the horizon of a record-setting season potentially. I don't want to call it too early and curse the guy. But, Jalen Waddle, I think we expected a way bigger year from him, and we just haven't gotten that. And they got the Jets Week 15 before the playoffs. You got the Dallas Cowboys in Week 16. He's going to get locked up. And then you got the Baltimore Ravens in Week 17. That's clamps, and more clamps for Jalen Waddle and the Dolphins. I am not wanting this guy going into the playoffs.
Yeah, I definitely see where you're coming from. Up next, people might be saying, buy Ramondre Stevenson while he's hurt, hold him for the playoffs. But it's the New England Patriots. And it's not the New England Patriots of 10 years ago. It's the New England Patriots now, who they don't know who their quarterback is. If you had told me going into the year that Bill Belichick could be on a hot seat and they could be just waiting him out, I would have been like, nah, it's Bill Belichick. But you know what? New England's a mess. I don't want anybody on the team at all. And they haven't scored more than 1 touchdown in any game since, I think it was November 5th, which is more than a month ago. So none of that team do I want, and I wouldn't hold on to any of them. So, yeah.
Yeah, things are bad in New England when they can't put a player up for the Thursday Night Football on Prime promo, it's Bill Belichick as the best part of New England. You know that's things are bad for the Patriots, but we're going to shift gears here. I'm going to talk about Tony Pollard a little bit. Kind of the same story as Jalen Waddle. Was not drafted as what he was supposed to be. The last 3 weeks he's been great though. 18 points, 22 points, 17 points. That's the numbers we were expecting from Pollard. Other than that, earlier this year, you're getting 5, you're getting 7, you're getting another 5 bomber, maybe a 3 bomber. And I think those horrible days are ahead again for Tony Pollard. Dak Prescott heating up has been great for Pollard, and he's been successful. But you got Philly, you got Buffalo, you got Miami, you got Detroit in the next 4 weeks. Like I said for Jalen Waddle, I see a lot of clamps in Tony Pollard's future.
Yeah, totally fair. I do think that there's a chance that the touchdowns save him. I think that, you know what, I think he might be around 10 points, 10 to 15. He's definitely not, top value, which is something you can get but just by using him and sending him away. But you know what? I agree with you, trade him away as long as you get a bag for him.
Absolutely.
So up next for me, I got Mike Evans. He's been looking absolutely amazing and has already hit 1,000 yards on the season, which he's done, I believe, every year he's been in the NFL, which is absolutely crazy. He's been absolutely balling since he entered the league. However, he has tough matchups, and you should be able to get somebody better just because of his name value, what he's been doing, what he does, how he's the focal point of his team. You can use all that to be able to get somebody better. And you know what? I think Rachaad White might start getting more touchdowns, and in which case, you know what? Mike Evans just doesn't get him. So, yeah.
I'm off the Mike Evans train too. That'll do it for our first segment of the night. Hopefully that advice helps you with your fantasy playoff. We'll be right back after the break.
Jill told me it was Kitty from Glee. Yeah, what is it?
It's Al Roker.
We're here for you, we're here for you. This is your channel too. With sports and news and what to do, we're here for you. It's your TV, you're watching WTOP. Your TV, thanks for watching WTOP.
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like,
No.
what do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa. You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow.
Wow.
Get a close up of that one.
Broadcast news.
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
Welcome back. It looks like Matt thinks he's a kangaroo or something now. I don't know, but he's looking comfy over there with a stuffed animal and a sweater on. And it's time to do my favorite segment and the one that I get to win every time we do it, which is drafting our teams to go head to head. I have won every time so far, and why not continue the streak this time? I'll take the first pick since we are doing winner's choice. Now it is time to see what teams we get to choose from.
First off, that's CeeDee Lamb to you. It's no stuffed animal. But anyway, go ahead.
My bad. All right, so up first, let's see what team I get. The Buffalo Bills. I am going to take Stephon Diggs. I was honestly trying to decide between Josh Allen and Diggs, but I'm gonna go Diggs. I'm just trusting the receiver up for.
I like Diggs. He hasn't been doing great. I would have rather Josh Allen, but Diggs is fine. Let's see my team. The Jags.
You got a lot to choose from there.
There is a lot to choose from. I don't trust Ridley. just because there's no Christian Kirk. I know that Ridley's been up and down. I don't, there's no Trevor Lawrence. So since there's no guarantee that Trevor Lawrence plays, I'm not going to take him. I'm actually going to take Evan Ingram in the tight end spot.
Not
with this
Etienne?
one. Not
Running back
Etienne.
four
I think I can get some better running backs here, Ryan. I don't know.
All
We're
right.
going to go Evan Ingram.
You do you, man. Up next, who do I get? Kansas City Chiefs. Well.
Oh, I wonder who you're going to pick.
Yeah, the same pick that I had first round in my own fantasy league. Travis Kelce, which is a no-brainer. So there we go.
That one hurts a lot. I got to come back from that. Let's see what we got. Oh! Come on. Alvin Kamara. Lights Kamara action. Come on, give it to me. Yeah, no debate. There's no one else on that team I'd really want to have. Kamara's been outstanding the last couple weeks. So, yeah, I'll take Kamara at my first running back.
Fair enough. What do I get? Green Bay Packers. You know what? I need a little love. I'm feeling Jordan. Let's go.
Wow.
Let's go Jordan Love.
That's what you went with. That's the
Took
line.
him over Patrick Mahomes. Take Jordan Love over Josh Allen. Give me Jordan Love over anybody. Jordan Love.
It's just like your Tommy Tremble take. Let's see my team. All right, kind of like you, maybe not my best choice here, but I'm going to go with Austin Eckler. That hasn't been great the last couple of weeks. I think some bright days are ahead from Austin Eckler. He's got great matchups going forward. I trust that he's going to pick things up. I mean, he can't be as bad as he's been for the rest of the year. He's got to pick it back up.
Did he leave the retirement home, though? I've heard that he's been going there. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I think it got me there.
All right, what's up next? Denver Broncos. I already took quarterback. I'll give Courtland Sutton a shot in my flex play. Courtland Sutton, he seems to be the receiver one there. He took over from Drudy. I trust Russ to cook and then just let him shine.
You saying I trust Russ to cook was not on my bingo card. I don't think I've ever heard that statement ever, but whatever. We'll look at my next team. You can trust Russ all you want. I'm going to trust Amon-Ra St. Brown. Like, easy money there. Get my first wide receiver. I'm pairing him with great talent here. Bright days are ahead for me. I know I'm 0-2 right now, but so far I'm really confident in this squad, Ryan. We'll see your next team now.
All right, let's see.
Look at this guy. Come on now.
The Bears. I got a receiver left, but I need that upside. I'll take Roschon Johnson, the rookie. I think he's taking over this backfield. I think he's getting passes. Give me Roschon Johnson. You know what? He's gonna outscore Eckler. I'll call it right now.
He might. The way things are going, that's probably what's gonna happen. But I don't see him, outscoring Kamara. And potentially my next pick, I'll probably take another running back here. I think I will. I just talked about I don't want this guy, but I think I want him right now in my flex. Saquon Barkley. Would I rather 10 other guys over him in this flex spot? Maybe, but no, I'm gonna take Saquon Barkley now. Who else am I gonna take? Tommy DeVito? No. Saquon. Come on now.
Tommy DeVito. The New York Jets. Give me Breece Hall. Give me Breece Hall because I'm gonna hold on to that receiver spot. Trust I get somebody good, like maybe the Dolphins. I would love to get the Dolphins. That'd be great. So Jets, give me Breece Hall. Gonna run all over. I'll take it.
Okay, that's fair. You see who my team is? Looks like Tyreek Hill's gonna fill my wide receiver 2 spot. You're gonna get your first loss of the year. Calling it. I don't even need to draft the rest of my team. I'm stacked. You could put Garrett Chan back in the control room as my quarterback, and I'd probably win.
I just don't. How does Tyreek do that to me? That's terrible. All right, let's see. Oh, DK Metcalf, 37 points, something like that.
That's a fair
last
matchup,
week.
actually.
I'll take DK Metcalf.
I got a little too cocky. That's a fair matchup.
Yeah. Sit down.
It's all right, I'm getting a banger right here. No, I'm not. Colts defense, good enough. I'll take it. They put up
Colts
what,
defense.
20 last week? I'll take it. Maybe we'll get another. Well, maybe we'll get lucky again. I'll take the defense.
You could have had. I believe you have a quarterback spot. You could have taken Gardner Minshew.
Oh yeah, that would have been a good choice. No, I'll leave my quarterback up to chance.
You do you, man. San Francisco 49ers. I will take the San Francisco 49ers defense. You know what? Nick Bosa, all day, every day.
Okay. Who's my quarterback? Oh, jeez. Aiden O'Connell.
Leave it up to chance.
I would have rather Gardner Minshew. I don't think it makes much of a difference, though. I'll take Aiden O'Connell. It's fine. It is what it is.
And you said you'd take almost anybody over Jordan Love. You're going to take Aiden McConnell
I didn't
over
say all
Jordan?
that. I didn't say all that. I love Jordan Love. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, so after the break, it is time to celebrate a little Christmas together, as well as doing a little show recap. Coming up.
Put the keys down, Kevin.
But I'm gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
I guess I have really been looking for love in this dating app. Yep, I'm definitely gonna call a ride home.
We'll deep dive into our feelings in our Real Talk segment. Stay tuned because it's about to get real.
What's going on?
Yeah, dude, we go on at like 11:30. It's like,
No.
what do you mean no?
It's 10:30.
10:30?
Yeah, it's 10:30.
What do you mean it's 10:30?
Hey, don't touch that. That's my ladder.
Hey, man.
Whoa. You know this book was already discounted 10%?
Wow.
Wow.
Get a close up with that one.
Broadcast news.
Look at that.
Can we go back inside? I want to sleep in the studio again.
Ho ho, and welcome back to Fantasyland. CeeDee Lamb has made it off the floor. He is okay, I assure you. No lambs were
It's a
hurt
scare.
in the break. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a heads up, the punishment for when you lose will be on live on our Instagram, and yeah, I'm looking forward to watching it. By the way, speaking of punishments, did you want to sing any Christmas carols before we have to go?
Right now?
Yeah, it's up to you. You good?
I'm fine.
Okay.
I sung enough last week. My throat's still a little dry.
That's fair. We loved your singing last week. I was looking forward to hearing it again, but that's totally okay. Now, to be festive, it is time to see who has been naughty and who has been nice. For me, I gotta give it to Zach Taylor. Tried to lose against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and when Jake Browning was 17 for 19 and looking absolutely brilliant, Zach Taylor decided it was time to ask Tyler Boyd to throw the football, which the team, of course, listened, and Boyd threw it to the Jaguars. And although people blamed Boyd, it was really Zach Taylor's fault, and therefore he should be on the naughty list.
I agree. You know who's on the naughty list this year, Ryan?
Who?
It's me. I'm on the naughty list. I'm gonna lie. I'm not a great fantasy manager. I know I put up this front on this show. I had a big blunder the other day.
Did you check with Santa, or?
No, not yet. I'm gonna talk to him after the show. But what I did was, Jonathan Taylor goes down. You know who I drop for Jalen Hyatt? I dropped Zach Moss.
For Jalen Hyatt?
For Jalen Hyatt. I'm on the naughty list for that automatically.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Santa can do much. I mean,
no, I'm done. I'm cold.
He does a lot, but I don't think he can fix that.
No,
I don't know. Now, for my nice guy, I've got Sam Laporta. He has caught 64 passes for 670 yards and 6 touchdowns, catching 74% of his targets. With those numbers, he's the first tight end in NFL history to amass at least 55 receptions, 550 yards, and 6 touchdowns through 12 career games. In my opinion, he should be right up there with Stroud and all the other rookies because he is even outperforming Travis Kelce these past few weeks on my fantasy team. I have them both.
Yeah, Laporta has been phenomenal. You talk about young studs. It's Jordan Love. Come on, man. How do you not like this guy? I know you talked about him earlier, and I kind of flamed you for taking him. But no, he has been really good, and he carried me last week. I needed him for a win. I needed to win last week to maybe have a shot at the playoffs. I had no Tank Dell. Ridley did what Ridley does, and my season was riding on Jordan Love. He delivered the love bomb, and here we are today. Jordan Love, thank you.
Yeah.
Nice list.
I think that concludes the naughty and nice list. Now, I just want to say this is our last episode of Fantasyland. We are going to do that Instagram Live, but this is the last episode. I want to say thank you to a number of people, starting with you, the audience. Thank you so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Matt and I have talked about this, and we love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Matt, who would you like to thank?
I'd like to thank, everyone in the control room. We got Connor Dickman on audio. We got Matt Rivenberg, our assistant producer here. Ziggy has been doing a great job at the TD board. Garrett Chan stepped in tonight for Hannah Katz. Hannah Katz was great all year. Not the first time Garrett Chan stepped up for it. And Jasmine Cole has also cooked up a couple videos that we'll watch to close out today's show. And we got Zach Greenspan behind the camera here as well, also running teleprompter. He's double dipping tonight. So immaculate crew that we have here on Wednesday nights. Can't thank them enough. And can't thank you guys enough. Check us out on Instagram, like Ryan said, at fantasyland.oswego. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. So we'll go with that. Check us out there. We'll post the lives. And yeah, thank you to all of our viewers. But before we go, we got to check out some of our worst takes this year because we weren't perfect. So let's see that.
Maybe not you, but
you got some in there too, buddy. Let's roll the clip. Come on, let's see it.
Justin Jefferson is number 18. DJ Moore is number 7. Even Amon-Ra St. Brown, who you all saw me take in that segment before, is number 9.
Top 4 is the Dobb father himself. It's Josh Dobbs. I mean, he's probably taken up in most of these leagues right now, but he's still available in 35% of them. That's for the quarterback 7. That's not bad. I think there's a lot of people who could be looking towards a guy like Dobbs, and they just are avoiding him. So I'd go pick him up. Like if you got Kyler Murray, like why? You know what I mean? Like why? Go get Josh Dobbs. Come on now. Trevor Lawrence, Dak Prescott.
It's a great question, and I could see it going either way, honestly. And for me, I would say Trevor Lawrence.
It's Sam Howell, not by much. It is Sam Howell. I think he has a much higher ceiling than CJ Stroud does. They have very similar floors. I even think Howell has a higher floor than Stroud from what he's shown. Like milk. That take aged like absolute milk. Like if I went and bought milk from Burn Dairy, put it out in the sun for about 3.5 weeks, that's what that take would look like.
Yeah, that was rough, man. All right, now let's see what we did well.
Boy, Dak Prescott. Yeehaw! The Dakinator in his last 4, QB1. That's so wild. I think that these teams are the exact same teams as last time.
No way.
Team, I got some dogs here. Lamar Jackson, dog.
I mean,
Travis Etienne, dog.
I mean, Devin just killed
Keenan
my
Allen,
Giants.
dog. Dogs. My team's the dogs. I'm gonna start barking next week at you when we come back.
Are you done?
She wears high heels, I wear sneakers. She's cheer captain and I'm on the bleachers, dreaming about the day when you wake up and find that what you're looking for has been here the whole.
I'm gonna hit the panic button again on him, and just utilize his value as a wide receiver 1 on his team, and try to see what you can get out of it. What about you?
I'm following suit. There it is. I love it.
Go. Come on, move him. Do something. Do something. He hasn't moved.
For you, I got Isaiah Pacheco. And know who else I got? I got Isaiah Pacheco. Who else do I got, Jaden? I don't even remember who I got. We're gonna see right here. We got James Cook. That's who I got for you.
Thank you for watching, and
I've been hitting the gym. That rematch with Kenny's coming. I've been hitting the gym. It's happy Swole days, everyone. We're from the Swole. I don't even know. Close it out, right?
All right. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas. Whatever you celebrate, have a great time. It is a great time of year. That's going to wrap it for the last episode of Fantasyland. Thank you again for tuning in.